Backstage during a live interview, no one expected the relaxed atmosphere between Heughan and Caitriona Balfe to suddenly become tense. The cameras weren't on, the audience wasn't allowed in, but a few crew members managed to witness a rare moment. "Sam, you can't keep quiet forever," Caitriona said, her voice low but firm. "The fans have a right to know the truth." Sam frowned, crossing her arms. "Kate, what truth? We agreed never to speak of it." Their eyes met, as if hiding a secret too big to be revealed. The silence stretched on, causing everyone around to hold their breath. A member of the camera crew accidentally dropped a pen on the floor, the small sound ringing like a bell, breaking the tense atmosphere. "You know," Caitriona continued, her eyes flashing with defiance, "if you keep it a secret, it will be exposed sooner or later. And when it happens, who will be the one to suffer the consequences?" Sam tilted his head slightly, the corner of his lips curled up, like a forced smile. "Maybe it's better to let people guess. Because if you say it, no one knows what will change." At that moment, the backstage door opened, the call, "Get ready to go live in 30 seconds, rang out, forcing both of them to be silent. But everyone could see the tension still hovering, like a time bomb waiting to explode. What the audience was about to witness was not just a normal interview. But perhaps, it was the moment when Heughan and Caitriona Balfe could no longer keep the secret they had hidden for so long. The backstage door closed, the countdown of 30 seconds left, still echoing, but Sam and Caitriona seemed oblivious. The tension between them was palpable. "Kate," Sam said, his voice low, his eyes flashing with caution, "you can't just bring that up here. In front of a camera, in front of millions of viewers? You know how dangerous it is." Caitriona breathed heavily, her eyes blazing with anger and helplessness. "Danger? Who are you talking about, Sam? Danger to you, to me, or to what we've been trying to hide for years?" Sam fell silent, his jaw tensing. For a moment, a rare look of confusion crossed the normally placid man's face. He looked down, then up again, facing Caitriona. "You don't understand. If everyone knew, both of our careers would be over in an instant. And not only that, there would be many others involved." Caitriona smiled slightly, but her smile was bitter. "You think I don't understand? Sam, I have to live with that burden every day. Do you know how hard it is to look the audience in the eye, to answer questions, while knowing full well that we are only acting out our own roles even off-screen?" Sam closed his eyes for a moment, as if to block out the words that were making him waver. But when he opened them again, his gaze was sharper. "Kate, sometimes, the truth doesn't need to be told. Sometimes silence is the best protection." Just then, the countdown from the crew sounded. 10, 9, 8. The host outside was about to start. Sam and Caitriona were forced to sit together, straighten their clothes, and fake smiles. But anyone who observed closely could see that there was still a fire burning in their eyes. The interview begins. The audience cheers as Sam and Caitriona step out. The host, with a professional smile, greets. "We have two big stars from Outlander, Heughan and Caitriona Balfe. Today, the audience is extremely excited because of the recent rumors. Many people wonder, is there anything going on between you two off-screen? Are there any secrets that you have not revealed?" The question is like an invisible knife. Sam and Caitriona glance at each other. A look that is enough to convey a silent war. Sam laughs, trying to keep his voice light. "Oh, there are always secrets, but if you tell them all, it won't be interesting anymore, right?" The audience laughs, but Caitriona doesn't. She leaned toward the microphone, her eyes as sharp as knives. "Actually, there's something we've kept hidden for too long. Maybe today is the time to say it." The studio fell silent. The camera panned to Sam's face. He frowned slightly, as if he wanted to stop her but couldn't. "Kate," Sam began, his voice low and heavy, but Caitriona continued. "The audience always thinks we're just friends, just colleagues. But there are things that happen behind the scenes, decisions, promises, that if they knew, maybe people would never look at us the same again. A murmur spread through the studio. The host was panicked but at the same time excited, because he knew he was about to have a blockbuster TV moment. Sam placed his hands on the table, clenching them until his knuckles turned white. "Kate, please. Not here, not now." Caitriona looked straight into the camera, her voice trembling but determined. "Sam, if we keep hiding, then all these years, it's all been a lie. I can't take it anymore." The audience was spellbound. Some gasped, others turned on their phones to record. Sam gritted his teeth, and finally turned to the camera, his eyes shining with determination. "If that's what you want, Kate, then let everyone know. But once we say it, there's no going back." The host interjected, confused. "Excuse me, what are you two implying? Is this a secret about the movie? Or, a secret in real life?" Caitriona took a deep breath, preparing to say something. But at that moment, the studio lights went out. The big screen suddenly went black. A strange noise rang out over the sound system. The entire auditorium was in an uproar. "Someone, cut the live broadcast," a staff member shouted. In the darkness of the flickering emergency lights, Sam turned to Caitriona, his voice hoarse. "See? I told you. There are people who will do anything to stop us from revealing the truth. And they're watching our every move." Caitriona trembled, but there was still a fierce fire in her eyes. "If they want to silence us, it only proves how important this secret is. Sam, I'm not afraid anymore." Sam was silent for a long moment, then nodded slowly. "Okay, but remember, once you start, there's no going back. And the world will never look at us the same again." Outside, the stage lights began to come back on. The audience thought it was just a minor technical problem. But only Sam and Caitriona know for sure. The moment they decide to speak out, a whole new door will open, leading to secrets the public has never imagined. And the only question hanging in the air is, what exactly is that secret? The lights returned, but the atmosphere was no longer the same. The host smiled nervously, trying to salvage the situation. "Oh, it was probably just a small accident. So, what were you two trying to share with the audience?" Caitriona took a deep breath, her eyes determined. "If you won't say it, Sam, then I will." The room fell silent. All eyes were on her. Sam looked at Caitriona for a long moment, then nodded slightly, as if finally accepting to let go. "Okay, say it, Kate, but remember, from this moment on, nothing is safe anymore." Caitriona turned to the audience, her voice booming, clear. "All these years, everyone believed that we were simply co-stars, that all the emotions on screen were just acting. But the truth was not like that. There were agreements between us, decisions that, if revealed, would put the whole crew, the whole film, and even the production company in a spiral of crisis." The hall erupted in commotion. The host was almost dead silent. Sam interrupted, his voice low in a suppressed roar. "It's not just personal. Behind us are contracts, commitments, and a truth that, if made public, could collapse everything the audience has ever believed in." "How long are you going to hide it, Sam?" Caitriona turned, her eyes blazing. "Remember that night when we were asked to sign the hush-hush agreement? When they forced us to hide what happened?" The audience was stunned. Some shouted, "Tell me," others raised their phones to record. Sam bit his lip, finally saying, "Okay, then let everyone know. The secret we're hiding isn't just about us. It's about someone else. Someone the world believes is long gone, but the truth is they've never been gone." The air seemed to freeze. The host was speechless, the audience was seething. Caitriona whispered, her voice trembling, "You told me, there's no turning back now." Sam looked straight into the camera, his face determined. "We have no choice but to reveal everything. And once the truth is told, everything will change forever."